artist friends, are you ready to draw something great? Today I want to show you a project that includes symmetry. That means when both sides of something are the same. Just like us, if you drew a line down the middle of us, we would look the same on both sides. Also butterflies, their wings are exactly the same on both sides. Sometimes it can be hard to repeat the same thing and make it look exactly the same. So I'm going to show you a little trick. We're going to do a butterfly, and it's inspired by Eric Carle's butterfly from The Very Hungry Caterpillar. I just love how bright and colorful this is, so I thought we'd bring that for some inspiration. Okay, the first thing that you're going to need to do is you're going to need to draw with something that will actually go on to the next page. So you need an oil pastel because they're very soft, and when you rub them, they'll make an imprint. Crayons probably won't work, so I would grab an oil pastel for today's project, and I'm just using regular art paper. I'm going to fold this in half. Okay, and open it back up. Now, I'm just going to draw half of the butterfly. Let's hope I can do a good job. I'm going to try to draw it upside down so you can see it really well. Okay, so I'm going to draw half of the head and half of the body. We can save the arms and legs for later. And let's draw a little antenna. Okay, now I love how this sweeps out. So I'm going to draw one big loop down here and one here, and it kind of comes around like this. And the nice thing when you do this, you don't have to remember what you did. You can just have fun and draw whatever you want on this side, because we're going to do something that'll make it the same on the other side. Now I want to do some details too, so I'm going to draw some curved lines. And remember, yours doesn't have to look like mine. It can look however you want it to, because you are the artist of your paper. I'm going to draw, I love the butterflies that have spots. Do you know that these are supposed to look like eyes to scare birds away? Let's draw another spot up here. And a couple more lines. I want a lot of places that I have so that I can paint and color in later. I'll draw a pattern right here. I'm just drawing curved lines. Draw some more right here, and you can do whatever you want. And you might be thinking, wow, this is going to be hard to color in. But with this trick I'm going to show you, draw a couple more curved lines. It's going to look exactly the same on the other paper, and I won't have to remember how to draw this again. Okay, so I'm liking what I see so far. Now what I'm going to do is fold my paper back in half, and I'm going to take my brayer. If you don't have a brayer, you could use what you roll out your dough with. You could use a rolling pin. You can even use your fingers and press hard. I'm just going to roll over my drawing like this. Make sure I get in all the places. And if you were using your fingers, you can kind of see through the top, and you would be doing this. Just making sure that the rubbing is going to work, and you're going to rub this on. Okay, now let's open it up and see if it worked. Okay, it did. Now, that's not as dark as this, but it's enough of a light line that now I can trace it, and I will have two sides that are the same, which means my butterfly will be symmetrical. So let's just trace these lines. And pretty soon, I will have something that looks just the same. Okay, getting close. Can you see how similar it looks? And that. And it looks like I have one more line. Okay, fix this right here. Now I have a symmetrical butterfly. What I want to, oh, look what I did. This is a great example. Remember how I always say if you make a mistake, you can make it into something else? Well, I made that antenna go right up to the wing, so do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make the other antenna go right up to the wing too. Now no one will ever know that I made a mistake. See how easy that is? Okay, now let's just draw some lines across here. And I love this. I don't think I've ever noticed this, but when you see a butterfly in real life, his little legs bend down. You see him touching the flower. So I'm going to draw his legs right here and coming down like Eric Carle did. And he's got let's draw those antennae back this time. Make sure I do them right. And some eyes. Okay, now the great thing about oil pastel is it makes a really fun background to then use watercolors on. Once you feel like your butterfly is everything that you want it to be, and you can even add more things at this point. For instance, Eric Carle has some more polka dots up here, and it would be pretty easy if you added 3 here, you would know to add 3 over here. Just remember, whatever you do to one side, you need to do the other side so it's symmetrical. And then at this point, you can get your watercolors out and you can color it in. I'll just do a little bit so you can see how nice this is with the oil pastels. It's almost like it leaves lines. It makes a resist so that the oil pastel resists the water, and it helps you really stay in the line. So if I did that side yellow, then I'd have to come over here and do this side yellow. It's a good reminder of how you can make things symmetrical. Maybe I'd do this inside, and then I would do this inside. And you know what I like to do to save time? If I have yellow already on my brush, then I just paint everything that's supposed to be yellow, yellow. And then I move on to green, and then I'll paint everything that needs to be green, green. And then I'll move on to another color. Instead of picking up a different paint color every single time you touch your paper, you might as well paint all the yellow at once, and all the red at once, and all the green at once. Okay, well, I'm going to leave it right here because I want you to make it your very own, and you can do whatever you want with this project. You guys did a great job today. Remember that you are a great artist. Keep on drawing, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.